So I took my gimbal out of the closet and then loaded my GH5 on it. I decided not to go with a cage, so I got this adapter so I could load my rangefinder and my lavalier receiver that goes into the camera. Now it's set up for autofocus, so this is a manual lens, but with the rangefinder I have autofocus, and the way that works is if I swipe right over here and then I go into selfie mode. So 2 times is forward, 3 times is selfie mode. And then so this is the rangefinder camera. It's not the camera. Camera's off. Then I select where I am and then or wherever I want to focus. And then select, and then it turns into a green square. And then it follows me. Now the autofocus is not enabled, so what I need to do that to enable it is click this little button right here, real careful so it's not to mess up the gimbal. Then it turns from red to green. So as you can see, there's 3 different lens profiles available. So I have on profile C2, which is for this 35mm lens here. So now I can select, and then if I move, it's going to follow me. And also, as you can see, the red focus ring, it focuses. This is not an OEM focus ring. The reason is because the one that came with has limits, and I mean, it's not continuous, and that caused problems. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to put on, and it was also very thin. So this one's nice and thick, and doesn't matter where the little attachment is or whatever. And so if I wanted to recalibrate the focus motor, what I do is tap right here. As you can see here on my lens profile, C1, C2, and I can add another one. So I'm currently on profile C2, which is 25mm. And then I select here on recalibrate motor, and I type confirm. And then as you'll see, it's going to one extreme and where it stops, and then going to the other extreme. Now if it's a lens that just is continuous, it doesn't stop, it's not going to work. It needs to be one that has hard stops. So then it is calibrated. I'll just hit confirm. Now if it were a new lens, I would have to set it 1 distance from the wall and then focus it, and then 4 meters from the wall, 1 meter from the wall, then focus it, 4 meters from the wall, and focus it. So I didn't go with a cage. I just have this adapter where I mounted these 2. And this actually, in this setup, it can go pretty far back. And it doesn't, I mean, it comes pretty close, but at first I had this one on this side. It's like, oh, that's not going to work. So, I mean, there's not very many situations where I have to, like, film upside down like that, but. So this is GH5, which is the same GH5 there was a fuss about 10 years ago. It's the same camera. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. So I select myself, and I can move back, move in, move back. Now I can also calibrate the gimbal, and the way to do that is click on this little thing, and then I had to do a calibration because it's not used to having these things on top, and so it'll shake a little bit. So I have to click start calibration. It would shake, and then it'll figure out. And then after that, it actually turned out a little firmer, because at first it was kind of like trying to find its place, a little bit wobbly. Alright, now I can set this up for my studio. I mean, as far as it following you, it's okay. I mean, it does follow you, but it loses you too. Like if I were to turn around, sometimes it catches me, sometimes it doesn't. But like if I stand up, I have to continue to look at it. And if I move too fast, it just doesn't. And then it stops trying, which if it at least would stop trying, because sometimes if it loses you, you can catch it again. So I move fast. It got to cut maybe like 1 second to got 1 second to catch it again. So let's try it again here. So go like this. Lost it, but maybe I can catch it. Nope. Try it again. All right, let's see if I can. No, but you get like 1 second for it to catch you again. If not, it'll start trying. Nope, it stopped trying there. Also, if it's too extreme and I move away, nope, it won't want to come back because it doesn't know to follow me. Well, there I caught it, but like it's not an ideal one-person setup. I think this really needs somebody dedicated to watching it, because if you're doing something else, you're not gonna notice, you know, if suddenly like lost you. Like you can't constantly be. It'll be easier just to set it up on the stand. So I mean, so what's the point, right? If you need another person. But I suppose like if you have like a rehearsed shot or something you have in mind that you want to do, then you can like do it a few times and try it, and then you know you at one take you'll get it right. But if you're just vlogging and going on, maybe doing a recipe or something, there's no way you'd be like cooking and also like making sure this thing doesn't lose you. I mean, the tech is cool. Right now it's not focusing because I have it on manual. So let's put it on autofocus. There it is. Now this is a 35mm lens, but because it's got an adapter, because this is a Canon lens and this is a micro four thirds, and the adapter is 0.71 speed booster, so I have to multiply 35 times 0.71, and that's 25mm. So it's a virtual 25mm lens, which for filming indoors as one person is kind of ideal, because if it's too close, you're not going to get anything else. You're just going to get the face, and it's harder to, you know, track and all that. Oh, let's see if I can catch it. Oh, come on. Come back to me. There we go. And so if you find that it's vibrating a lot when it's doing its job, so if it's vibrating a lot or if it can't find its place, that's where you would want to do a calibration. So if it's like, then you want to calibrate. And the gimbal itself, not so much the focus motor. So for that, you would go over here and then over here and start calibration. I'm not going to do it because I did it already. And if you add gear, shake it a little bit. If you add gear or redo the balance or anything like that, then you're going to need to recalibrate. Turn it off. Now, there's a certain way to balance it, and that is basically you have these three locks, 1, 2, and 3. So my technique is I lock everything and I start with this one. And then what I'll do is make sure that turn it upwards, make sure that it's balanced this way and that way. Because you don't want to balance it here and then it turns out that it's like way top heavy or way bottom heavy, right? So you want to be sure that it kind of balances there. And then once that's done, then I balance it like forwards, right here with this, forwards and backwards. And you gotta have the lens cap off, because the lens cap will throw it off. And then once that is done, then I will balance left to right. Right. So it has to be more. It doesn't have to be super perfect, but it has to be enough to where the gimbal isn't like freaking out or working overtime. And then do it twice. So run it through again, right? Because you may have readjusted something. So it's the balance. Always something to keep in mind as to like how you're gonna put your gear on the camera and so forth. So it's all set to go. This is the DJI RS3 Pro.